Hello fellow enthusiasts, welcome back again to my channel. Today we're going to look at the design of a karaoke machine, but it's going to be a very lengthy video, so we're going to divide it up into different parts. The first part is going to be the design of the tone circuit, followed by the design of the pre-amplifier or the mixer circuit for next video, and then the third part of this video is going to be the design of the power amplifier section. After that, we're going to look at the packaging as the fourth video, where we bring all the four parts together in one video. So stay tuned as we draw up the circuit of this tone circuit, solder it up, and then come back and wrap it up. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, so here we're going to design the karaoke machine. First of all, as always, we're going to start with a block diagram. So here you're going to have 3 basic blocks. This is not the only way to design a system, but it's a way that has worked for us, and we're going to do that again and again until we learn a different method. So right now we're going to have the input circuit, or we call it the mixer. We're gonna have the mixer, then you have the tone circuit. Okay, this mixer is actually gonna have plus preamplifier, let's say preamp, and then the power amplifier, because they're gonna be linked by power supply. And after, we're gonna have a packaging for this. All right, so let's we're gonna pick one actually. So in the order we're gonna build it, we're gonna build A, then B, then C. D is a given. We need power supply somehow, so we're gonna have D as a given. We're probably gonna discuss power supply at some point in the future, but we have looked at it before when we did rectifiers in a diode section. Please make sure you watch the basic electronics basic components tutorial. Alright, so after this, the fourth video in this series is gonna be the packaging. So normally we would draw the packaging first before we build it. I think it's a good idea to have a rough idea what you're building before you start. So you create or you design and then you build. So we're gonna have some inputs, and then we're gonna have the controls, and then we're gonna have the tone circuit and the volume control. So tone circuit will be, and then the master volume a little bit bigger, let's say, and then the switch to power it on. We can have a toggle switch or a push button switch. All right, let's just have a placeholder for a push button. So this is a placeholder for a push button. Another thing you can have in this design is probably an LED to indicate power on, and then optionally you can have a bar display or LED display to show the volume, right? So this is the front of the system. Here you have auxiliary input, and then here you have microphone input. All right, mic 1 and mic 2 and aux, and this will be your treble, and then this will be your bass, and then this will be master volume, and then this button here is your on off. Okay, so you can just brand it whatever you want. So for this purpose, let's just call it HecaWorld karaoke, right? This is not why you came here. You come here to see the design, what goes inside. But this is what our packaging is going to look like. It might not be exactly this, but we have an idea, and then we start to dimension this out, and you know, you have to put the dimensions. This is the height, and then that'll be the length. So let's do it this way, and then this will be the width. All right, you dimension that, and then what is going to decide the size of this is what is going to go inside. So you're going to find good distance or good spacing between all these, and that's going to determine how wide it will be, and also the spacing this way will determine how high it will be, and then the other components inside will determine how wide it will be. So length and width, and then the height will be determined by what is inside. Basically the height, you know, there are two factors. The spacing between the components you put on the panel, on the front panel, and also the height of the components inside. If you have a transformer inside, for instance, you might want to make sure that the size, the height accommodates the transformer, right? So if I have a transformer that looks something like this, let's say, then I have to take into consideration the height of this transformer. All right, so let's go into the video for today, which is after I put this line. So the height of the transformer, small h. We also play, we have to give some gap between the top and the housing that go on top. All right, so let's pick what we're going to do today, which is the tone circuit. We're going to concentrate on the Baxander tone circuit. It's a very simple tone circuit with an active component inside that helps us to give good temperature, if you will, to the tone of the system, right? So you have signals coming in from the mixer, from the auxiliary going into the mixer. So the mixer is going to have multiple inputs, some from auxiliary, some from microphone, and so on and so forth. So you're going to mix this inside, and then you have to condition the tone that goes into your power amplifier, and then from the power amplifier, of course, to your speaker. So let's draw this circuit, and we're going to solder it up quickly. All right. Okay, let's get started. So we're gonna need 5 resistors and 6 capacitors, 1 transistor, and we'll see how many resistors. 5 resistors, actually 7 resistors. All right, so let's do that. 7 resistors, and some of them are gonna be fixed resistors, some of them are gonna be variable. Are coupling capacitors. So we're coupling another section or 2 sections together. So this capacitor, we couple the AC components of both circuits or both sections, but it will isolate the DC conditions. So the power supply I have for this tone circuit will not interfere with the power supply of the subsequent circuits, whether it is the mixer or it is the power amplifier, but the AC conditions will interact. Okay, remember I say that capacitors are AC short, AC short, DC open. In other words, to an AC circuit, the capacitor is closed. It allows it to flow. If let's say this is a switch, when I say something is short, it's closed, so it's actually closed. So for AC, this is what a capacitor does. For a DC, that's what a capacitor does. It's open. The two DC conditions cannot interact. Although I did mention that momentarily at the power up, that's why I use capacitors as power up one shots. At the time of power up, there's a little jitter that will, cannot give a feeling or a pseudo temporary feeling that the circuit was closed. But shortly after that, once the capacitor charges, it will open up, and that momentary closure is restored to open. But for an AC circuit, it's always closed, and we know why, because the AC circuit is constantly changing in amplitude and direction, and that will keep charging and discharging the capacitor, and that momentary close short for a DC is actually perpetuated, right? So these capacitors 1 and 6 help to couple the pre-amplifier to the tone circuit and the signal from the tone circuit to the power amplifier, right? So on the left hand side, now let's get a different color. Let's use a different color to demarcate this. So on the left hand side, we have the treble, and then on the left hand side we have the bars. On the right hand side, sorry, we have the bars. So this will be low pass and high pass. So this filters, tone circuit is just a filter, right? So let me see if I can draw this. Now if you already know this, you can just copy the circuit diagram, pause the video here, copy the circuit diagram and jump over. But for those of you who are students, the main reason I'm making those videos to teach people, you can follow me a little bit closely, right? So for a high pass filter, you just the waveform will look like this. And for a low pass, this is a low pass filter. And for a high pass, it's gonna look like this, the high pass filter. So this is the amplitude and this is the frequency. There is amplitude. I'm gonna change this here. All right. So what it means then is that if this is 0 and each of them 0, right? So for high pass, any signal that is below certain point is attenuated. Attenuation just means cut off. It's cut off, and then only signals at a certain pitch or frequency are allowed to pass. So this will produce treble. This will produce bars for us. It will allow low frequencies and attenuate them at certain point. All right. So for the students, this is for you, and even for the veterans, you already know these things. So this on this side is our high pass, and on the right hand side is our low pass filter. Now I'm going to give you the values. You can choose different values for different tones or different frequencies, but here we're going to use 1 kilo ohm. Also here 1 kilo ohm resistor, and the one at the middle is the 50 kilo ohm variable, same as here, 50 kilo ohm variable. And this is 223, that is also 223, all the 223, all these capacitors are 223 each. For the electrolytic, you can use a 1 to 47 microfarad, 16 to 20 volts, or sorry, 16 to 60, 50 volts, 16 to 50 volts. And same thing here, 1 to 47, 16 to 50 volts. This resistor here is 10 kilo ohms. This one also is a 10 kilo ohms. That is also 10 kilo ohms. All right, I think we've got all the components covered except this one here. So did you were you able to name this transistor? It's an NPN transistor. Okay, it's an NPN transistor, so use any NPN transistor, audio frequency NPN transistor. Normally we'd use, historically we used BC 828. We've used C828, sorry, not BC, C828 or 829 or BC108, but today we're using 2N2222. Any general purpose audio frequency transistor will do. Right, so this is the circuit of our tones, the design or the circuit diagram of the tone circuit we're going to use in our karaoke machine. All right, so I'm going to show you the soldering. It's going to be a little bit fast forwarded for the soldering, but just design this up, draw it out, pause the video, draw this out, and lay out your components, and then solder them. And as we continue, we're going to build this system, and in 4 weeks we're going to have the whole system put together. All right, so today we're taking out the tone circuit, we're building that. Next week we're going to look at the pre-amplifier and the mixers, and then the week after that we're going to look at the power amplifier, and then a week after that we're going to do the packaging, and we're going to try this system and see how they work. All right, thanks, and I will see you in the next one. Watch the soldering. It's going to go fast, but you can pause it. And anyways, there's another video on soldering techniques, so you can watch that video on soldering techniques. But this will be it from us this weekend. Alright, please remember to subscribe, tell your friends about this. If you have any video ideas or tutorial ideas, please put it in the comments, and we'll do our best to address that. Now this will be a good time to introduce our new channel, the HecaWorld. In the HecaWorld channel we have a new channel on app development. Some of you who are interested in learning how to develop applications, Android applications, we'll be launching that channel in a few weeks, so stay tuned. We're going to put a link in HecaNet, but it will be for HecaWorld, learn to develop Android applications. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Please stay tuned, keep coming back to know when we're going to drop that link and the next videos in this karaoke machine. Remember, I'm not just doing this video for the sake of doing it. I want you to learn, right? So I want you to be able to build these things yourself, and to be able to know the theories behind it. So not only am I going to build this out for you, I will also show you in the packaging how to connect it to other devices, and how to be able to connect it to your TV, and then how to play your best karaoke songs from your own karaoke machine built at home, just through a home school from HecaWorld. Home school, you're gonna build it by yourself, all by yourself, and this is amazing. This is awesome. All right, and this is gonna be well under $50. You can build your own complete karaoke machine at home. I can't wait to show you everything. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Alright, that will be it from us today. As you can see, we have soldered up the tone circuit. On the left hand side is the treble or high pass filter. On the right hand side is the bass or low pass filter. Stay tuned for the final videos when we're going to combine all the three previous sections together and have the packaging and do the testing. Alright, so that will be it from us today. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please do so right now and tell your friends about this video. Remember to come back for next week, part 2 of this series, and then the week after that, and then the week after that for the final packaging. Alright, please share this video, tell your friends about us. If you have some video ideas, do well to put it in the comments and we'll try to address it as time permits. Alright, stay enthusiastic and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.